Normally it's good morning, but today it's good evening. I'm just heading out for a twilight ride through the dust of old mate here. Visor down. It's a bit of a warm one, it's about 30 degrees, but it's summer afternoon. I fitted some lights. My mate gave me a bit of a solution to give me some more light to be seen, but also to see with if I really need it. So I've fitted those, tweaked them a little bit, tampered with them, and hopefully lined them up okay. Used the shed as a liner, but I'm heading out on a bit of a ride because it's currently about 5:45, about 5:45 Queensland time. So if you're in the southern states, it's about 6:45. We don't get the twilight here like you'd get down south, so I would expect that by towards the end of this ride it'll be reasonably dark and I'll be able to see whether the lights are taking effect or not. So I'm just going to go for a bit of a ride of a loop that I thought, that's about a half an hour. That should give me enough time to get some twilight going, because we're not quite in the deep summer. It's actually New Year's Day that I'm recording this, but it might be a few weeks before it comes out because I want to make sure that it's all hunky-dory before I go sticking solutions up of what I've done and taking pictures and all sorts of gear. But yeah, my mate's got it on his 2014 RT. Mine's fitted to the 2020. And if it works, we're fitting it to a couple of mates' 2017 RTs as well, because as far as lighting solutions go, it's fairly cheap, a heck of a lot cheaper than getting stuff sent from our good friends in the US of A, because their postage is just ludicrous. Another way to explain it, it's ludicrous, the postage costs from over there. So I've got it pretty well wired in as a permanent solution, except for the little switch which allows me to turn them off. And that little switch at the moment is a temporary solution until I've got one coming that fits straight into the hole which is left when you remove the blank cover. Picture supplied here of the blank cover. Have I drilled any holes in the bike? No. Have I changed some screws? Yes, I've kept the original screws, and it seems pretty solidly mounted. Everything seems pretty good. Will it crack anything? I don't think it will. I don't think there's enough force on the whole situation compared to the solidness of it. Now you can see from that there, that's a beautiful sunset that I'm heading in towards. So I'm going to be riding into that sun for a little while. So I've got to keep an eye out for things that go jump in the night, being kangaroos. But yeah, once I get a bit further down the road and it gets a bit dark, we'll see how these lights go. I've got them on at the moment because you can use it as a daylight, a day running light. So the whole idea is that they're a day running light. Reason being is that just being seen, especially when you're the person out in front of a group like I am fairly regularly on country roads, anything you can do to make yourself be seen quicker and more visible in my eyes is worth it. So I tend not to wear all black. At the moment I'm wearing a pair of blue riding jeans and of course the obligatory Can-Am jacket that I wear, which is my scythe jacket. Makes me very visible, but all my other jackets have got a mixture of colours so that I get seen. There's nothing worse than not being seen on the road. So yeah, that's the case at the moment. Mind you, kangaroos don't care if they can see you. It's more about our human friends in tin tops. All right, I'll turn you off. I'll turn you back on when it gets a bit darker, hopefully. Okay, so we're starting to get into some shadowy areas. For those that have seen a few of my videos, you go, "Oh, that looks like familiar road." Yeah, it's always on the same test roads that I use. So I'm on roads that I know what I'm looking for, that I know where I'm going, you know, I know I've got comms, etc, etc. So I'll get down the road here and I'll figure it out. So you can see that car coming towards me there. He's got a bit of bright light happening, so he would have seen my lights. It'd be nice to have a mate in front to see what my lights look like behind me, but I'll do that on another day. Hopefully tomorrow, catching up with a mate. I literally made a quick phone call just then to a mate to see how he's going, and we might get out, but right, tomorrow we'll see. So you can see that car coming towards me, or you might not be able to see that car coming towards me. So that's what I'm trying to avoid, because you can't see him, no lights. Car behind him, can see him, got lights. So the lights are starting to take effect at this time of the afternoon, and so I'll be getting seen a lot better with the lights on. As much as you've got to have your lights running all the time on the motorcycle, which is, I think it's a great idea. I think all cars should have it. I know my car does, it has day running lights. Yeah, I think all cars should have them on, especially dark coloured ones like mine. So you can see down in front there, you can see that those two cars, the lights are starting to take effect. So hopefully my lights are starting to be seen. It'd be beautiful to get a picture and see what they look like from in front, but another day we'll get that.
One day later.
Right, so I pulled up in Oakey. There's a couple of signs in front of me, the two walking signs for the crossing, and you can see that they're fairly lit up at the moment. See that? That's the lights off, so they're lighting up, so the lights are starting to take effect. Hopefully pick that up on the camera, wait for the car to go. Electric Kia, very quiet. And you can see now that that light takes effect there now. So that light is taking effect. So let's go for a bit of a spin back home and see what the light does along the way. If it's too high and too bright, I'm sure that cars coming the other way will be starting to flash me. So this is where I'll start to see whether these lights actually work or not. Okay, so filled up with fuel. Now you can see that that's the lights on there. And that's the lights off. You can just see that it lights up the car in front and also the ground in front of me. So I may have to adjust them out a little bit. But you can see that they're starting to, if you look on the ground in front of me, around about 10 metres in front of me, when you get to some of the darker patches, you'll be able to see once we get on the road that the lights are starting to go just there. You can see it, and probably just around this corner. So you can see that they're starting to take effect now. I'm starting to be able to see things, 10 metres in front of me. So definitely they're beaming some light out. It's just whether they're directed in the right way. I don't want them too high. Last thing I want to do is burn people's retinas all day. So hopefully, so we've got just enough darkness that I can see those on the road. They're taking effect. So if I turn those off, watch the road in front of me, see how it loses that, and then it's on. So there's a lot more light there going on. So that's a good thing, I think. So that's really good. Really happy with that. So thank you, Keith, for your suggestion of the lights to use. I had a few different ones that I looked at, but I liked Keith's setup. I also liked the fact that the cost was not significant. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't cheap, but it wasn't as significant as it could have been. And I also managed to find a good solution to install them too. So I spent a couple of extra bucks to pay for the harness that came with them, which wasn't super expensive, but you know, it was a bit more, about 30 or 40 Australian dollars extra, and they came up a treat and were easy to install. But yeah, I'm just getting on the twilight now, so you can see them taking effect on the road, so that's good. I want to be seen. I don't necessarily want to see miles ahead of me. I don't do a lot of night riding, but I want to be seen. That's a big thing for me. And I think at the moment these are allowing people to see me. Those signs there, they're really lighting up those signs now. You can really catch that on those signs. So they are beaming enough light out in front, but I've got them down at a good distance on the ground. I think the left one's a little higher than the right. I don't know which one is the correct one, but I think the left is a little higher than that right one, just judging on where they are at the moment. But that's okay, we can adjust those, and we'll do that in the appropriate place we'll find eventually. But at the moment, I'm really happy with that, and I'm sure that when I get a couple of mates together on a ride, they'll be able to assist me by checking my lights from a distance and going, no mate, you need to go up or down, and they're fairly easy to adjust. It also looks like they're a little bit pointed in compared to what I would like them, so a little bit out will be nice. So just a tiny bit outwards each and a tiny bit up with the right, not much. You could possibly say that these lights are bright and shiny, whereas and they'll be really good on something like the older RTs. I'm talking the pre-2020 ones, so 2019 and earlier, which have very dull lights, because these are bright and shiny, whereas I would describe the lights that I had on my 2015 RT as being shite and briny. They were very, very ordinary and not very bright. A little bit like some people that I know. So yes, you can see they're taking effect. So they work, they shine, they're good. They're much brighter than the average light that you put on. You know, there's a switch again. There we go. Seeing that's going into the sun. So they've got some beam on them, so they're good. I just need to adjust the direction of them, which I'll need to have a nice flat surface and a concrete wall, or even a couple of mates. Usually a couple of mates works best, because that way you're not getting on and off to continually adjust the damn things. And we'll get that done in the next week or so. I'm happy with that. Happy. Oh, look at that sunset. I don't know whether you can pick that up. That is pretty dang special sunset. Pretty happy with that. Might go for a little tour down the back blocks, and we'll get another shot of that sunset as we come up. Yeah, there's a little spot here behind this, so I'm just going to adjust these lights just slightly. Well, they've got a bit of road to do it on. So there we go. So that's giving me a bit of an idea where they are. So you're going to lose sound for a little tick, and we'll see how we go. Oh, that's a better light. Look at that. That's really good. That's exactly where I want them. magic. So I'll turn them off, turn them back on again. Look at the beam they're given. They're more left focused than right focused. That's what I want to the side of the left-hand road. A couple of nice houses have been built down here. All right. Park brake. Alrighty, let's go and have a bit of a play with it. Yeah, that's good. They're both fairly even there, nicely spaced. Happy with that. Happy with that. So yeah, that's what I want to achieve. I want to achieve the direction of them, which I have. Achieve their depth. Have. They work. I can be seen. Happy with all of that. Switch works. The relay works. Happy, happy, joy, joy. Alright, let's see if we can get a bit of that sunset by going up here. Normally we can. Might have just missed it in that 5 minutes that I was playing around there. Hey kids. Oh, there's kids out playing. Oh, that's gold. In their jammies, they've had a bath. Still out playing. Good work. Good work, kids. There's the light shining on the gate. Lights off, lights on. Big light up. So yeah, that's pretty damn good there. I'll leave them on for the moment, so I'll keep them on the shed as I go into the shed. The base of that door is probably about a foot higher than what the bike is at the moment, so it's shining about a foot downward. Could come up a little bit, but I don't want to get it too high. Lights off. So there's your regular lights, and these ones shine slightly lower than your regular lights now. High beam, there's high beam, there's down there. So they're a bit lower, and I'm okay with that. But the beam themselves, pretty close to where the other ones are shining. They're probably a little, the left one probably needs to go a little bit further left, but adjustments can be made.